Not like keep listening to it again.
This sucks.
So thanks for agreeing to be here tonight, and we appreciate your willingness to participate. So I'm Michael. I'm going to be moderating this session. This is a focus group for our marketing research class. And so we want to start by introducing y'all to each other, because y'all will be doing the primary discussion. Everyone in our group will actually not be involved. And so if you'd like to start.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I'm a senior computer science major, and I'm also Hispanic.
Hi, I'm Tristan. I'm a junior accounting major, and I'm not Hispanic.
I'm Caleb. I'm a history major, and is that all you need to know?
Yep.
I'm Melissa. I'm a senior animal science major.
I'm Garrett, and I'm an systems management major. I'm also 21 now.
My name's Cameron. I'm an econ major.
Cool. Thank y'all for being here. So we're conducting this focus group for our marketing research class, like I stated. So we will be using what y'all say, but we're going to keep whatever y'all do say confidential. So they will not know who says it in the work that we do publish. And once again, this isn't going anywhere fancy. It's just going to hopefully get us an A. So the reason why we're doing this is to find out what people think specifically about Acumen Outfitters and their social media marketing strategies. So we need you to be honest about what you think, and please share all your thoughts that you have with us. We ask that you would give everyone an equal opportunity to share, because we are curious about what each person has to say. So there's just some ground rules we want to start. So first thing is that y'all will do the talking.
Sorry.
We're just
You want to get those three?
Yes,
Can I get these three?
perfect.
Alright, so I may call on you if I haven't heard from you in a while, but other than that, I will just ask a question and expect y'all to answer. Alright, second, there are no right or wrong answers. Every person's experiences are important, and their opinions are important too. When you ask you not to bicker about if y'all have disagreements. Alright, the most important part of this is not to be a debate, but rather to be a discussion. And third is what is said in this room, like I talked about, stays in here. So once again, we might publish what you say, but not who said it. Alright, so we just want to start by getting everyone warmed up with the basic question, which is, what is the most wild thing you've ever eaten? So for me, I went to East Asia and I had cow penis.
That's pretty wild.
I've had bull tail in Spain.
I got a whole dozen box of donuts from Shipley's.
I've had calf fries, which is bull bones,
Pickled calf fries, definitely take them.
ranchos, fried.
And frog legs. When I was in frog legs,
I've had
they're really good.
I've had scorpion and cow tongue and snails. And honestly, I don't remember octopus. So I've had it raw.
Wild. Alright, so that was a good example of what we're expecting, and I appreciate y'all for having that enthusiasm. And we just ask y'all to carry that through. So the first thing is, what is a clothing store brand, or what is your clothing store or brand that you like the most?
American Eagle.
Why?
Oh. Because their clothes are comfortable. And that's about all I have to say about that.
I like Walmart's brand because they're cheap.
Old Navy's got some good stuff. It's pretty cheap too.
I like Academy because I like to go outdoors and also wear athletic clothes.
So you're referring to Academy's brand BCG, or just any brand that they carry?
And any brand they carry.
Okay.
What do you notice most when you look at a department store? Is it the display, price? Is it the quality?
The girls that are in there.
I would say price first.
The departments that they have.
Yeah.
So when you
What
go to the
they
mall.
carry,
I'm sorry?
like what they carry, what's the store about, how do they market their product, so their display.
Yeah, I would say window displays and malls.
It was interesting what music they play in there too.
Would that lure you into the store?
It could.
With the window displays, have you ever seen something on a window display that has encouraged you to buy it?
Yeah. Pretty much 80% of the clothes I have.
80?
Yeah.
calculate that?
Any final thoughts? How do you view department store shopping? Would you consider it fun or overwhelming, or would you rather shop online?
I think it's tedious.
Why would you say that?
I don't like to shop.
Sometimes it's nice to put your hands on it though. Get a feel for the material.
Sweet. So who in particular has influenced your personal shopping habits?
My grandmother.
Let the record note that the guys are pointing to their girlfriends. So what about how they've influenced has particularly changed the way that you shop? Would you say that you now shop more conservatively, more stylish?
Stylish.
More expensive and stylish.
My roommate wore this cardigan I thought was really cool, so I asked him where he got it, and then I bought it from there.
You saw it?
Huh? It's cranberry colored.
Cranberry.
He asked what a cardigan is.
Oh, I don't really know.
It's okay.
Alright. What are the pros and cons of shopping online?
You can try it on, it's a con.
And price match, it's the pro.
Paying for shipping is a con.
It's easy as a pro.
You have to punch in your credit card number. It's a con.
There's also a way to get your items. Another con.
You don't walk out instantly.
As a pro, there's typically more discounts and deals.
So if you were to lean one way or the other, would you say you prefer to online shop, or you prefer, when specifically for clothes, do you prefer to online shop, or would you rather go into a store?
I'd rather online.
I'd rather go in a store.
If it's a brand I know, I'll shop online. Yeah.
That's true.
I'd rather go in the store.
If I don't know exactly what I want, I'd go to a store.
Thank you. Think about times you did not make a purchase online. What is the primary reason you would say that you didn't make it online?
Didn't want to pay shipping and handling.
I needed it right then and there.
My friend saw me looking at it on the computer and said it was dumb.
Usually when I have a gift card, I can't pay for it with a gift card online, so I'll go in store.
Do you think that these particular reasons that have been presented are reasons that will keep brick and mortar stores in business?
Yeah. Just, you're always gonna need like things like right then and there. So until Amazon like flies it to you right on the spot, you'll need brick and mortar stores.
We are seeing an increase in like deliveries though. Like,
Amazon's now offering like free 1-day shipping on some items. If they
Yeah.
could like do like free 30-minute shipping via drones, would
They're,
that change your
working
opinion?
on drones.
Yeah.
So,
So
Possibly.
how like quick of a delivery time do you need?
well, it depends. It's situational.
Have you ever needed to buy shoes and I need it quicker than 30 minutes?
No.
just driving to the store might take that.
Yeah.
Especially here.
When shopping online, if they are willing to pay for the shipping back if the size does not fit, is that something that would entice you to purchase?
Yes.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about yourself when you shop regularly? Meaning, do you like to shop regularly? If you shop regularly, does it make you feel like you're spending too much?
Shopping regularly would make me feel like I'm wasting my time. To be completely honest, I would be spending either too much money or too much time just looking at stuff that I didn't buy.
How often would y'all say y'all go to the mall? If you were going to put it on, how many times do you go in a year?
Twice a year.
Once a year.
2-3
Probably-
times.
Once quarterly.
I would say probably 15 times a year.
Wow.
Probably maybe I think I went 4 times in the past year.
What is your favorite social media platform and why?
Twitter, because it's funny.
I like Instagram because of the photos.
And the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I use a site called Blind, which connects young working professionals anonymously.
I prefer Instagram. I don't use Twitter, and I feel like Facebook's outdone or overdone.
I guess Instagram, you can just scroll through. Whatever.
You said Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
Do you usually pay attention to any advertisements on social media?
Sometimes games look fun on there.
If it catches my eye, if not, I'll just scroll right past it.
Yeah.
Could you define catching eye? Is it like a bright color? Is it the gender of the person who's in it? Is it?
I mean, I don't know. It could just be anything. Because most of the time I'm just scrolling through real fast.
Mhm.
If it just, like, whoa, what was that? I'll scroll back.
Typically, if I see an advertisement on it, it'll be over something that like I've looked online recently,
Mhm.
and then it'll catch my eye. So I was like, yeah, I just saw that. And then I'll scroll past it because I know they just want money.
Sometimes it'll catch my eye, but then I see it's like a 40-second video, and I'll just scroll past it.
Yeah. If it's 5 seconds, I'll watch it.
Do you follow any clothing brands on social media? Example, Nike.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So of the people who said yes, which ones are the primary clothing brands you follow? Or at least, if they were to post, which brands would you pay attention to?
I follow Aguiland Outfitters, which I guess sells everything, but mostly I look at their clothes. And I follow American Eagle, and I follow FabFitFun, and probably a few others, but I can't remember.
Like Nike and Adidas.
So what kind of social media promotions have persuaded you into buying something?
50% off.
Boga.
Use this code and get 10% off.
This isn't quite the same thing, but I was planning to go to a restaurant, and I saw that they had like a discount, and so because of that, still bought the same thing, but I invited a bunch more friends, telling them, hey, you should come with me, it's on sale, and so a bunch of us went.
So, have you ever been persuaded to buy something based on what was in the advertisement rather than it was something you already wanted? So for instance, if you were scrolling on Instagram and you saw maybe a guy wearing a shirt that you really liked, and so you bought it based on the shirt rather than if you really needed like watermelons.
Yeah, if they showed it like a discount, then I'll get something that I didn't necessarily need.
That's a really good example, Michael, and that makes me remember of one time I was scrolling through like some social media site and saw a shirt and I was like, that's a cool shirt, and then I bought it.
All right, has anyone, now moving on to more of the specific questions, has anyone in here not heard of Aguiland Outfitters before? So just to confirm, everyone in here has heard of the brand Aguiland Outfitters?
Yes.
All right. Do any of y'all follow Aguiland Outfitters on any social media?
Yes. Instagram.
Instagram? For you?
Instagram.
I don't follow them.
Neither do I.
Neither do I.
All right. Thank y'all. So, of this, what would you say is their brand image on Instagram? Meaning, how do you perceive them? Would you say that they're engaging, they're friendly, are they more attention grabbing? Would you say that their page is really dull?
Oh, it's engaging because they use a bunch of students as their models and a bunch of students in their like giveaways and stuff.
So
And students.
they do giveaways.
Yeah.
And do you participate in the giveaways?
Yep. Never won any of them.
How about you?
I do not. I let her take care of that.
Has anyone in here ever bought a Aguiland Outfitters cloth?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever considered buying an Aggieland Outfitters clothing?
Yes.
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 What would be a deterrent?
Price.
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 Was their style something that you found appealing?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you did follow them on social media and one of their posts caught their eye, has this ever persuaded you to go to their website?
Yes.
Does any of their posts or clothing influence how you see the brand? Meaning, if you saw a shirt, maybe it had like holes in it, and that's how the shirt came, would you associate that brand with maybe being trashy? Or if you saw a really nice tie that they made, would you consider that to be classy? Does that ever influence the way you see the brand?
I guess, yeah, most of their clothes are classier,
Yeah.
more expensive, so I see the brand as like a classy.
Yeah.
How about for the people that haven't bought from them?
I
Well-
associate them with mostly just, how do I put this? I see a lot of people buy their clothes for tailgates,
Mhm.
meaning that they want to have school spirit, because obviously that's what it's for, but also to look nicer
Mhm.
than on the usual day. So I associate them with like something you would wear to be a little bit nicer looking.
So not quite business casual, but not quite like
Yeah.
super casual.
Right.
For the people that follow them, has their post or the comments on the post ever persuaded you to join in on what the post is about, meaning comment on it, or even deter you from commenting on it?
I would say pretty neutral. I've never commented on anything, but I don't like unfollow or dislike anything that I see on there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I agree.
So overall, would you say on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being a really extremely high quality brand and 1 being a really low quality brand, where would you put Aggieland Outfitters on the scale?
I'd say like an 8.
6.
7.
I would say 7.
8.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
eight.
yeah.
Chill.
Pretty close.
I don't disagree.
So would you say that for the clothing that you've looked at maybe buying, would you say that you feel like it was a quality purchase that you almost did or did complete?
Yes.
I feel like the high price makes you want to think it's a higher quality,
Yeah.
so I
Oh,
treat
that's
it
true.
more carefully. So I do think it's kind of higher quality because of that.
With that being said, would you treat this clothing item as an everyday clothing?
Well, the t-shirts, yes, but the other clothes, no.
No, I wouldn't treat it as everyday, but if I bought a t-shirt, yeah, I would treat it as an everyday clothing item.
So it doesn't sound like that decision is based on the brand though, just like what you bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Overall, would you like to add anything about your opinions on Aggieland Outfitters, how they market, or even their pricing before we close?
The pricing is extremely high, which deters me because if I go in, like I feel like I need to get a shirt, like a nice polo or something, they're like $85. So
Do you think if they changed their marketing strategy and convinced you better that you'd be willing to pay $80?
no.
I feel like they understand understand that everybody recognizes their name and set their prices higher.
Yeah.
And so it deters me from buying.
Do you think it is more based off of people who aren't living in College Station, the people that are coming in for football games and baseball games? Do you think this clothing brand is more for those people or targeted towards them?
Absolutely.
Possibly.
Yes. Strong yes.
And with that being said, have y'all all still, knowing that, would y'all say that you would continue to possibly think about buying it in the future?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
All right, well that is all we have.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Really quick. Is there like ever a brand you follow on social media that like maybe they posted too much or there was too many Instagram stories or like ads or something that made you like unfollow them?
Give you glamour.
They follow them.
Not a clothing brand that I can think of.
So you don't like take, like that doesn't bother you, the amount of times they post?
I just don't follow them.
Same.
That would bother me though.
Yeah, it would bother me, but I can't
Would there be
think of an
like a
example.
certain like number of times a week?
Um,
that
Over
they-
twice a day. Probably
Yeah, more than
once
2
a day.
times a day is too much.
I wanna see.
On Instagram, like stories. I mean, on the post, but on the story, I don't really care how many times.
Anything else you'd like to add? Alright, well that's all we have for you. Thank you for once again participating. You'll all free to leave and grab another piece if you like.